Are you with the school staff or an outlet? Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Eric. I'm with the governor's team. Nice to meet you.
I'll see you tonight. Wearing your party pants. Yeah. I just came on board to the for a reason, so I'm going to Brian and then Archie. It's great suggested. Really.
I'm just ready to sell my car.
Yeah.
See ya.
My real contribution.
When I was at your story during construction, in like probably that I should just like Joe Micah had just finished signing off on like an active concrete draft. Like a literal active also great subsurface. There was a lot of engineering and water, right? There was some drainage and of course you are. It's 2 inches. I couldn't fit through that. Not much. Like it's starting to get quieter, like something. Oh, Christy. Yeah, she's
Of course it works right up until 3 o'clock. So thank you everybody for being here. I just wanted to make sure we were all kind of in and settled and ready to go, so I'll hand this over.
Welcome, staff and guests, to Abrams dedication and ribbon cutting. I am Stella Ritchie, a 5th grader at Abrams. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I've been at Abrams since kindergarten. That's 6 years now. I like Abrams because I've made some of the best friends and I have had some of the best teachers. I'm excited for the new Abrams because it looks cool and it's way different. Now I would like to introduce Mr. Baldner, Abrams principal.
Well, good afternoon and welcome. Again, my name is Ben Baldwin. I'm the crowd principal here at Abrams Elementary. It is an absolute honor to stand here today as we begin to open the new Abrams Elementary. For our students, our families, and our staff, today is more than a ribbon cutting. It's a fresh beginning and a moment we have looked forward to with excitement and pride. Over the past many months and years, this project has been about one thing: creating a place where children feel seen, supported, and inspired every single day. Walking through this building, you can feel that purpose. From the flexible learning spaces to the natural light, from the technology, rich classrooms to the areas designed for collaboration, every detail opens new possibilities for teaching and learning. Abrams isn't just a school for military-connected students. It is a school, as you know, on a military base, serving nearly 100% military children. That means that most of our students experience frequent moves and big transitions, making continuity and connection all the more important. That's why today is especially meaningful as we recognize some of our Abrams 5th graders who are wearing red shirts who have been with us since kindergarten. Their presence reminds us of the strong relationships and sense of belonging that make this school so special, even in a community where change is constant. We have 3 of those 6 5th graders who have been here since kindergarten currently in the audience. Will those 3 students please stand to be recognized? Thank you for being here. Bringing a project of this magnitude to life is a monumental effort. I want to express my gratitude to our district leadership team, especially Dr. Owen, Dr. Romero, Clint Allison, Adrian May, Arian Carrillo, as well as the Board of Education for getting us through every phase of planning and preparation, as well as retired and former principal Ms. Skaggs for the countless hours spent planning, purposeful planning for this building. I also want to thank our maintenance and operation teams whose behind-the-scenes work turned a construction site into a ready, welcoming school. I want to briefly acknowledge the architects, design partners, and construction teams. Your creativity, your hard work, and skill brought this vision to life and created a school our community can be proud of. And to the Abrams staff, you've embraced every adjustment with grace, positivity, and unwavering commitment you bring to our students each day. Your relationships, your care, and your dedication are what make Abrams more than a building. They make us a community. Thank you for celebrating this milestone with us. It is now my privilege to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Owen.
Well, good afternoon. It's exciting to be here today. Students, you know, there's nothing like starting the day as a snow day. There's nothing like starting it as 2 snow days, so in a row. It's amazing the weather that we get here in Colorado. You know, we can have a storm like we had yesterday and then the sun's out. It's just beautiful today. If you get a chance, and it's mesmerizing, just as you get out through the building, you'll be able to see lots of views like this one. And I think it's just, it's really impactful when you're able to get through the school and see the kind of views that we get to see every day in Colorado. It's just a beautiful sight and a beautiful place for a school. So today's an exciting day for us. It's a milestone for Fountain Fort Carson School District 8 and for Fort Carson. The new Abrams Elementary stands as a direct result of partnership, collaboration, shared commitment to military-connected students and families. A little over 10 years ago, then Colonel Hamilton, is he here? Mr. Hamilton, are you here? Where was he at? Okay, you want to stand up real quick? Colonel Hamilton was the garrison commander at the time. Yeah, please stand up. One of the first things I did as I started this job a little over 10 years ago is worked with Mr. Hamilton to take a tour of potential building sites for the new Abrams Elementary that we had been looking at and the board and the district had been discussing building. We had a chance that day to drive all over the community here and really try to find a place to get on this side of Childs so that it's safe for our students as they go to school every day in the neighborhood where they live. That day was very impactful because it started us on a journey, which took us over 10 years to get to this point. And it's just amazing when you think about that 10 years we've spent working on this. And when I say we, there's a ton of people that have spent a lot of time trying to make sure that this school gets built and is here for our kids today. One of the things that he did, and I would like to thank him, for his support, is he helped with every new garrison commander to make sure too that this school stayed at the forefront of the thought process that it's an important thing for us to find land to be able to build a school. As a lot of you may or may not know, at Fort Carson, the garrison commanders switch out every 2 years. So we get to work with a lot of garrison commanders, and I think we got several here today. If you were a garrison commander here, will you please stand up? And I think we got one we're live streaming too. Sean on the live stream. Hi, Sean. We've got, I think, Nate and Ryan, and then our current Colonel Oxenbach is the garrison commander that really helped kind of finalize this for us. But every single one of these garrison commanders that I just talked about have helped to try to move this process along. And it's challenging when leadership changes out every couple of years to make sure, with all the competing priorities that they have on their plate, that a school becomes another priority for them, and the idea of getting land to build one and then the process of building one. You can understand how that's a lot to put on anybody's plate. But every single one of the garrison commanders that we've worked with have really tried to help support making this happen. So again, thank you to all the colonels that are here, former colonels that are here. Your support in making this happen has just been outstanding. I'd also like to thank the Directorate of Public Works on Fort Carson for their continuous support. Do we have anybody representing the Directorate of Public Works? Would you please stand up as well? Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. And most importantly, helping us to obtain the lease. I think we actually signed the lease about three weeks ago, right, Dr. Romero? So that's a little behind the 8 ball when it comes to the building. Usually you want the lease done first and then you build, but Fort Carson was willing to take a risk with us to try to get things moving because we knew how important getting this site and the school built was to all of us. I'd also like to take a minute to recognize our architects, and I already kind of mentioned the views. We're going to see just unique design threads throughout this entire building. And our CRP, the design partners that helped put this school together, can you guys all stand up? I'd like to give them a round of applause as well. I'd like to just pause for a minute and say hello to Governor Polis. And Governor Polis, we have a seat right here for you if you'd like to come down. Let's all welcome Governor Polis. If we could, and one of the things that is really exciting for us is the schools that we get to build in Fountain Fort Carson are really built to withstand time. We build for the long haul. We build because we understand that these schools are going to be used for a lot of our families for many, many years. And we work with a construction company that understands that vision and the purpose and what we want from our buildings. And I'd like to ask Art Klein and all of their construction team to stand up and be recognized as well. They do a fantastic job, and we'll see that here today at the school. I'd like to take a minute too to recognize some of the Fountain Fort Carson School District staff and board. As you can imagine, building schools like this and trying to also balance budgets and understand what it takes to put a facility like this together, it takes a lot of forethought and planning. And I'd just like this whole front row to stand up if they could. They've all been on the board one time or another, some of our current board members and former board members. Let's give them a big round of applause. We talk about it quite a bit in our school district, but we have an outstanding school board, and we've had an outstanding school board for the 10 years that I've been in the Fountain Fort Carson School District, and I think they've had great boards before I came as well. They understand the commitment to kids. They understand it's about trying to make sure that we have a unique service for the military families that we have a connection to, And every single one of these people in the front here have shown that commitment, passion in every interaction that I've had with them. So again, thank you, school board members, for everything that you do. You're fantastic people. I'd like to see if I can have my executive team stand up real quick. I work with a great team of leaders that are all standing in the back. All right, will you guys please wave and wave at everyone? They're incredible, and they do incredible work, and they understand the unique mission we have in the school district as well. I think we have some of our staff throughout Fountain Fort Carson here. Can we have all the District 8 teachers, administrators, anybody that's come to celebrate with us that's employed by Fountain Fort Carson? Can you stand up real quick? I want to give you a round of applause as well. I might make a note. This is a snow day, and to have the staff here on a snow day, that's pretty impressive to me. So thank you all for coming today. Really appreciate you being here. I'd like to take a moment, and I saw her yesterday at Costco, but Miss Skaggs, the former principal at Abrams, would you please stand too? She did a lot of work. Okay, on our team, there are a few people that a lot of our staff have been involved with the facility and the planning. There are a few people that are really involved. And I'd like to just take a minute to have them come up forward with me real quick so we could make sure to acknowledge them. If I could have Dr. Romero, Adrian May, and Ariana Correa come up. Can you all three come up here real quick? Yes, please come up. You guys can just stand right there. So, Dr. Romero is our deputy superintendent, Mr. May oversees facilities, and Ariana is our assistant facilities director. Combined, the three of them have put a tremendous amount of time and energy into this facility and the way it's come together, working with our architects, working with the construction team, working with the staff at Abrams to really understand what we needed to build here. And the work that's gone into the school is going to be evident as you get out throughout the building today and really see the design elements that came through. But I'd like to give them a special round of applause. They just did a fantastic job. Thank you, guys. I know you want to get out as quick as possible, so that's fine. We have several dignitaries that have been able to attend today, and I wanted to take a minute to just introduce them. And then I think we had an opportunity for Governor Polis to maybe say a few words as well, and so we're excited to have that happen. But we'd like to acknowledge and recognize the Governor of Colorado. Mr. Polis is here. Governor Polis, thank you for being here today. Appreciate you being here. I'd like to acknowledge Fort Carson's leadership, both past and present garrison commanders, which we talked about a little bit, and as well as the 4ID in attendance. The Fountain City Mayor and City Council members and our partners at the Fountain Police Department. Can you guys all stand real quick? Let's give them a big round of applause. Mrs. Lisa Crank and the Office of Representative Cranks, we had a chance to meet when we were in DC in September and found out that Representative Crank's wife is a former Trojan, graduated from our high school. So we just wanted to acknowledge her and Representative Crank's office for being here as well today. Thank you. And we have a good friend from the Military Impacted Schools Association, Kyle Fairburn. Kyle, where are you at? I'd like to introduce you. So as we look out and see the individuals in this room and everybody that's been a part of this construction of the building, and it was so great to start with you, one of our students at Abrams. Just amazing to have you here. It was the right way to kick off this ceremony. You did a fantastic job, by the way, too. Thank you for doing that. This school is for our students, and we serve such a unique student in all of our schools in Fountain Fort Carson. We're a school district that's about 75% military connected. On Fort Carson, all of the schools are closer to 90 to 95% military connected kids. And that's a very, very unique purpose our school district gets the honor to serve every day. And so when we're able to open a building like this and dedicate it to our staff, to our students, it really shows, I think, our community here how much we value what they are bringing to us every day. And our staff in our school district love our kids. They love the special mission we have. And so it's very exciting for us to be able to be here today and celebrate this ribbon cutting with all of you. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Governor Polis and let him say a few words about the school and our relationship. Governor Polis, as he comes forward, has been a strong supporter of military impacted schools. When we worked with Governor Polis when he was in Congress, he was one of our representatives that always supported MISA and NAFIS and understood the federal funding that comes to a unique school district like ours. So again, Governor, thank you for your partnership and for your support, and most of all, thank you for being here today.
Well, I think this very likely has the best view of any school anywhere in the great state of Colorado. And I love the way, I don't know if the architectural team is here, probably one of the groups of things, but I love the way they do the full window to really highlight the natural beauty that the students and faculty and parents will get to enjoy every day here. It's great to be here at the opening of the new Abrams Elementary School. Really a great example of collaboration between Fountain Fort Carson School District and of course Fort Carson, our military partners. Thank you Dr. Owen and Colonel Oxabog and Fountain Fort Carson School Board and staff and so many people that are here. I was actually, we have another piece that we moved forward on in my governorship is we now have the Purple Star School designation, which this is one. I was actually at another one, Perkins Elementary earlier today at the 11. But our Purple Star schools really, and I think, as far as I know, none of the states are as high a percentage of military connected as this. Many of them are 20%, 30%, something like that. But really go above and beyond to meet the needs of military connected students, knowing, of course, that a lot of students arriving without a friend network, without a family network. It might have been this morning over at Perkins, I met kids, 7th graders who've been at 8 schools in 8 years. Always a great challenge, and to have schools through our Purple Star recognition program like Abrams Elementary, and of course all of them, Fort Carson Schools, of course, Fort Carson Schools, really to go above and beyond in helping to meet the needs, not only as a way of supporting the kids, but frankly as a piece that we're proud of in Colorado to support our military and our military connected families. And we're very excited to do that. We're making important investments in K-12. As the district knows, we're now in our second year of fully funding our schools, living up to a promise that was made 14 years ago. That continues in our current budget, even in tougher budgetary times. We're hoping the legislature moves forward with full funding of our schools. Really because, of course, students are an investment in our future, the future of our state, the future of our country. Making sure that every child is prepared for success is a key part of what we need to do as a state. And we want to make sure that our school districts like Fountain Fort Carson have the resources they need to be able to meet the learning needs of every child. I'm very excited to think of the vast opportunities of learning and growth that will occur right here in this building. Of course, with the great inspiration of the mountains and the wonderful and talented staff, teachers and paraprofessionals and others who help bring education to life here at Abrams. Congratulations on the new school, and I'll look forward to the ribbon cutting in a few moments. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Colonel Oxenbach to come forward now and speak on the importance of our partnership with Fort Carson and how important this building is to serving military families. So Colonel, if you don't mind coming up, thank you. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Governor Polis, General Raymond, Mrs. Crank, Mayor Thompson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, District 8 leaders, faculty, families, and all the former garrison commanders, thank you for being here today, and welcome to Fort Carson. So my role as a garrison commander in all this is literally zero. work on this building from the Army perspective as a garrison commander really goes to the gentlemen that were out here earlier standing up. So Brian, Nate, Joel, Sean Brown, if you're watching on live stream, thank you for the work you did as garrison commanders during your time here. Your leadership and your dedication and drive to set conditions to build this for this community. Thank you again for everything you've done. Let's give them a round of applause, please. So it's an honor to stand here today and cut the ribbon on the new Abrams Elementary School. But this project is a lot more than just brick and mortar. This school is an investment. It's an investment in the future of our children, and the success of our educators, and the strength of the Fort Carson community. And every soldier on this installation understands the importance of readiness. But readiness is a lot more than just training and equipment. It begins right here at our home. You know, it begins with ensuring that our families, and especially our children, have the very best environment in which to learn, grow, and thrive. And this beautiful new building reflects a commitment to giving our students modern tools, a safe space, and a learning environment that inspires curiosity and confidence. But more importantly, to the faculty that's here today, this is a commitment to you, the incredible faculty and staff of District 8. Our teachers are the backbone of this community. They shape minds, they provide stability through the many challenges of military life, and they give our children the sense of belonging that they deserve. This school honors their work by giving them a state-of-the-art place to do what they do best. And none of this would have been possible without the extraordinary partnership we share with District 8. So Dr. Owen, Dr. Romero, all the District 8 leadership, you know, your dedication to serving Army families, your willingness to adapt, innovate, and truly collaborate has set the standard for what a military-civilian partnership should look like. On behalf of the entire Fort Carson team, thank you. And your support makes a profound difference in the lives of all our soldiers, families, and the children here today. And today's ribbon cutting is not just the opening of the new school, it is the opening of new opportunities, new beginnings, and new possibilities. So thank you, and congratulations to everyone who brought this vision to life. Thank you very much.
I'd like to ask Kyle Fairburn to come up now. Kyle's a good partner for us. He oversees the Military Impacted Schools Association. I talked about that a little bit earlier. But a district like ours requires so much from the federal government because of our unique relationship with Fort Carson. And so the national NAPIS and the military interstate, I'm getting the interstate and the compact mixed up, but we're a part of a lot of different groups, let me tell you, that are all connected to helping make sure to support military families. But Kyle is very unique in that he's been a part of the Military Impacted Schools Association for how many years now, Kyle?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
A lot, okay. He was there well before I started.
Yes.
So he really understands our community, and he understands the support that we need at the federal level. And he's a tireless advocate for school districts just like us all over the United States, and really understands what it takes. So Kyle, thank you for coming all the way here today, for being such a good partner for us, and really for just taking the time to show that support. Let's give him another round of applause. He's promised to keep this short.
Yes, yes. Dr. Owen knows I like to go on a little bit. I'd like to tell you that I wished I heard what he said, but holy crap, what a we don't get this in Nebraska, so it's a whole different deal. President Terrell, Dr. Owens, and the entire Board of Education and staff, what a wonderful day and a wonderful building you have. My name, like Dr. Owens said, is Kyle Fairburn. I'm the Executive Director of the Military Impacted Schools Association. I represent 61 school districts around the country that educate large numbers of military kids. I've got schools in New York State to Southern California, way up in the northern peninsula of Washington State, and all the way down to the corner of Georgia. MESA fights for federal funding. Every one of these kids that go to the school ought to have the support of the federal government. These children live on property and don't pay property taxes. That's the federal government's responsibility. And over the years, they've done a great job in some times, and they've done a really bad times in others. We have not had an increase in impact aid for the last 2 years. Cost of education keeps going up. That means the share of what schools get goes down and down. That affects people like Fountain Fort Carson greatly because of the amount of military kids they have. We've got to continue to press Congress to make sure that they're funding this program, because it is their responsibility to pay for the property taxes that would come from this district if their houses paid federal property taxes, which they don't. So that's what I fight for. I do it all over the country. I travel around the country. The best days I have are days when I can get in schools like this and watch kids learn. Best days ever, because our kids these days get a bad rap. They get a bad rap that these kids are totally different. They're not the same kids. This is a different community. I'm telling you what, I go in classrooms, and I was in elementary school a hell of a long time ago. But what's done in schools today is every bit as good as what was done when I was there. We have a higher graduation rate in this country than we've ever had in the history of the United States. Nobody believes that, but that's a true fact. Our kids deal with so much. I was just with a group of kids in DC a couple weeks ago. Big issues. One kid said they went to a new school and the whole curriculum was based on every week you went to a different class at a different time of day. So by the third week this young man was in school, he had no idea what class he was supposed to go to, because in that week he went to the first period class and the third period and the first period class and the second period. He had no idea. He didn't even know where he was going walking down the hall. He didn't know who was going to sit with him at lunch. He didn't have any friends. His dad was getting deployed. And this child had moved 8 times in 7 years. I'm telling you what, they deserve everything we can get for them. And I'm telling you right now, nobody in this country does it any better than Fountain Fort Carson and Dr. Owen and this Board of Education. They take care of military kids. They are always at my meetings. They are always on the Hill fighting for funding for their kids. They're a special group of people, and I would have missed this for the world, because this school is phenomenal. We always said that in my office that if you take care of the military child, you'll take care of all kids phenomenally. And that's what happens at Fountain Fort Carson. And I'm telling you that because I'm there. I've been in all the schools that represent military kids across the country, and these guys do it right. So Dr. Owen, thanks for the invite and all your support of MISA. And I will mention MIC3. Dr. Owen is a member of MIC3, Military Interstate Compact Commission. There's 51. Every state has one commissioner. He represents Colorado. He represents military families across the country to make sure their kids are getting what they deserve in schools they go to. And that is a huge honor, and it is a huge representation of what he does for Colorado, because there's only 51 of them with the District of Columbia. But he's one of those 51, and they're making rules to make sure that military kids are taken care of when they transfer schools. And it's a huge, important job. Thank you for all you do. Board of Education, thank you so much. You know how much I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. For Kyle, that was short. He's an amazing partner, and we just appreciate so much the work that you do for us every day. If you ran into him at the airport, if you ran into him in an elevator, he would have said exactly what he just told you. Everywhere he goes, every person he talks to, he talks about the importance of military impact to kids. And I'm not kidding you. Like, I've run into people that are like, I just saw Kyle, and he went off for 20 minutes, and I said, yeah, that's Kyle. So thanks again. I'd like to ask Ben to come up, and our principal, I think you're going to invite some of the staff up, and we're going to have some staff from Abrams come and speak a little bit about what this building is. So Ben, you want to come back up? Thank you.
Thank you again, Kyle, for being such a fierce advocate for our community and our students, and so wonderful to have someone like you on our side fighting every day for our students and our community. Speaking of our community, we have 2 staff members who have been at Abrams almost 20 years, which is a very long time, especially on the military base, with all the changes. And so they've been looking forward to this day for literally over a decade, if not longer. So it is my honor to welcome up those 2 staff members, Ms. Yuki Martinez and Ms. Renee Hyde.
So I'm Yuki Martinez. I started working for the district in the 2004-05 school year. And that was the first time I actually heard that we were going to get a new building in about 5 years. And I've been at Abrams ever since.
I'm Renee Hyde, and I started working for D8 at Abrams Elementary in the 2007-08 school year. And I'm pretty sure it was on my first tour of the building that I was told we'd be getting a new building in about 5 years. We had heard about some of the previous upgrades to the old Abrams from some longtime employees, starting with interior walls, because Abrams was an open concept school, and I can't even imagine teaching without walls. These temporary walls were put up, and some of them are still there. The north and south wings were added, including 4 classrooms, a music room, and a gym, thus the brick walls on the inside and the exterior doors on the inside. The 3 rooms were added on top of what we called the pit, which created a lovely hollow floor. The building itself may have been less than modern, but the number of happy memories are plentiful.
Throughout these upgrades, we kept hearing you should be getting a new building in about 5 years. We gave up on believing that. Sometime during the 2021 school year, Mr. Allison attended one of our staff meetings and told us some really good news. He said, we only need 1 more signature to get the new building process started. It's going to probably take about 5 years. For some reason, Renee's signature wouldn't work. So, a couple of years later, Abrams held a tree planting ceremony in honor of Earth Day. Let's just say that while the tree was symbolic, it also made us wonder if this temporary space was becoming more permanent. It took a bit,
It took a bit to convince us that this was really happening. We were invited to participate in the planning process, at which time Dr. Romero asked us, do you believe it? And we said, 65%. We were invited to participate in the groundbreaking ceremony, and Dr. Romero asked again if we believed that this was really happening. And maybe 75%. It kept getting better from there. After the first tour of this construction site, Dr. Romero asked us if we really believed that it was happening. Yeah, like 95. Well, today, Dr. Romero, we're a solid 100%.
To the old Abrams, with all the memories, stories, and laughter. Within those walls, we're looking forward to seeing the students arrive on the first day at the new Abrams. Sorry. They're not going to believe this beautiful building is really their school. Thank you, Fountain Fort Carson, School District 8, School Board, the Army, all involved for making this happen. We are truly grateful and cannot wait to begin creating new traditions, new experiences, and new memories together. New Gen, same pride.
All right, are we ready to do a ribbon cutting? I'd like, real quick, if we could, I want to show our building plaque that's going to be installed, and I wanted to see if we could have our garrison commanders come up and Dr. Romero come up, because this one's a little unique. We had an opportunity to acknowledge the support from Fort Carson and a unique support with Dr. Romero as well over the last 10 years. Dr. Romero's been right with me as we've tried to make sure we could get this facility put together. So all of our garrison commanders, can you guys all come up? And who's on the streaming? Is it
Sean.
Nate? Oh, Sean's on. Okay, Nate, come on down. You guys can. You guys can just stand over here to the right. Dr. Merrill over here as well. Yes, please. So we put every one of our schools, yeah, you guys want to come around so you see. We have an opportunity to put a plaque, and it recognizes, it goes in the building and it's there for all time. But this one is a little unique because we wanted to make sure we recognized Dr. Merrill for her work and all of our Fort Carson Garrison commanders. And so that's notated here on the bottom. And then we also have our school board that over the last 4 years that was part of getting this put together. But again, I would say that every single one of the school board members up here had a part in helping the school come together as well. So again, this is a great, I think, way to recognize everyone involved. Let's give them one more big round of applause.
Those are TV mics. You might just have to use your voice.
Okay.
We're ready to cut.
I think, no.
Wait, try to go green. Try that, yeah. There we go.
We have, I think they're playing a joke on me because one of the issues we've always dealt with are microphones dying, and it's a pet peeve of mine, so that's funny that it just happened right now. But we'd like to do our ribbon cutting, and if I could invite, let's see, the school board, if you could come up and get behind, grab a pair. I think we're gonna have the students get the big scissors, right? So if we can have our school board members come grab a pair of scissors, so if you guys all wanna come up, Governor Polis, we'd like to have our students from Abrams that are here come up. Let's see, Renee, Yuki, come up, please. Our reps from CRP and reps. Who else did we need to come up? Arcline and CRP, the representatives, come up and grab a pair of scissors. Yeah, we can put some on this side. We might have to have a few people share scissors together, so kids, be careful with the scissors. We don't want to start the school off with a scissor incident. Okay. Perfect, yeah. All right, now we got things really happening. Okay, so we don't cut yet, but if you can all get close to, yeah, get ready. Come on up to the, yeah. Keep them open, and Ben, you work with the kids on the big one there. Okay, the lady in green. Okay, Allison. All right.
Correct everybody.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, on the count of 3, you guys can do it. Ready? 1,
1, 2, 3.
Congratulations, kids, on your new school.
Yes, so if we can have everybody just quickly sit down again. Ms. McGee, I would like to just really quickly thank her as well. Our Director of Communications, she helped put this whole event together. Let's give her a big round of applause as well. She has some final words for everyone.
So just know the south side of the building is open. You are welcome to visit. That's as you go out to the library. Out the library to the right is south side. The upstairs and downstairs are both open. If you go all the way to the south to the cafeteria, there's goodies and treats. So please, you're welcome to wander around and see some of the classrooms and spaces that we have set up. So thank you for coming.
Thanks everyone.